G'day Australia, Coram E here from Audiocom Mobile Electronics. Today I want to show you how to replace the audio video unit in a Volkswagen Passat. Now this is a little easier than you might think, particularly if you use the bespoke custom fit Volkswagen AV unit that we're going to fit here today from Audiocom.online. This is a unit that's made specifically for the car. It fits specifically in this space and it comes pre-terminated with the right connectors on the car and the right data interface to work with the steering wheel controls and to work with any factory components like the factory camera if fitted, and will also activate things like active trajectory lines if you fit an aftermarket camera. So we're fitting the multimedia unit here today with link to the steering wheel controls, and we're going to end up with a nice big Apple CarPlay Android Auto interface in here, 9-inch from corner to corner, which is going to give a really nice interface to control all the media. We're also adding a subwoofer to this car as well, but we'll go over that in different videos. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is clip off this cover panel around here, which is actually quite simple. Even with sore fingers, you can just pop this off by hand. Sometimes you might need to get a little panel removal tool into here just to pop up some of those pesky little clips. So you can see, just leveraging that into there. All right, once that's all removed, you've got access to these 4 fasteners, one on each corner of the unit. They're a Torx T20 bit, so get yourself a Torx T20 screwdriver. That's the end that looks like that. And then you'll be able to unfasten those screws and that unit will come straight out. After you've got those fasteners removed, you can simply slide the unit out like this and remove the connectors from the back. Now we've got the unit out and we've exposed the original connectors here. You're going to take your kit that you got from Audiocom.online, and there's 2 adapters in there. One is the harness adapter here that will plug into the factory connector, and then that will go into the back of the new unit. And the second one is the antenna adapter here that will plug into this FACRA antenna connector and give you the Motorola style plug for the back of the new unit. Now what you've also got included in that kit is a USB adapter, which will suit some cars. This vehicle doesn't have the factory USB, but if it did, you'd have that USB adapter to use there. And there's also some auxiliary connectors in the kit as well to let you connect things like amplifiers and external microphones. Now this kit is included, and external microphones included. We've mounted that up here in the center above the rear view mirror. That will be connecting to the unit, and as I mentioned before, we're putting a subwoofer in this car as well. So we'll be running the RCA cable up to here and using those other connectors to connect the RCA signal cable to go out to the subwoofer in the back. So let's get that next step done. All right, now we've got these plugs connected. We've connected the quad lock connector here, and that's the connector that goes through to the new head unit. Now we've loomed this up with fabric tape just for neatness, and I've left it connected deliberately unplugged here, this little guy. Now on some versions of the vehicle, if this is plugged in, the head unit won't turn off with the key. So if you're experiencing the audio unit not shutting off with the key, you need to unplug that connector, and that will let the control module control the key switching on and off. But if it's behaving normally with that connector connected, then leave it as is. Now it's time to plug everything into the new unit. So we've got all our adapters connected, we've plugged in all the extra harnesses there. As I mentioned, we were running a extra subwoofer to this one as well, and we've added that cable in there already, and we've also run the 2 USB cables, connected the microphone and the other things. We spent a little bit extra time on this one, running the USB cables down into the ashtray section here, which will no longer be used, and that's where the USB connection will be. And now we've just got to fit this into place. You'll see it drops straight in. Fasten those fasteners, and then we can clip that last panel on and power it up. At the moment of truth, just going to reach over and put the key in, and this unit will power up. Amazing. So the sort of features we should be getting here is straight away the system will power up, and if you've got everything connected correctly, the steering wheel controls will immediately work. If you scan radio stations, it should auto-tune onto the radio stations. There we go. Bit of Triple M, all working nicely. You notice we haven't fit the last fascia trim surround on yet. I always recommend doing a thorough power up test before you reassemble the vehicle to make sure you've got all your connectors in right before you put everything back together, because you don't want to be double handling anything. So we've done our power up test, everything's functioning well, and we're ready to clip that last little fascia on now, and let's see what that looks like. Congratulations, you've just done your own DIY installation of a 9-inch multimedia system into a Volkswagen Passat. So now you can enjoy all the great features of things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We've got an Android connected here for full Android Auto interface, which gives you access to things like your Spotify right here on the desktop. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Last thing I played was Adele. And Google Maps, of course. Messages come up on here. There's, just realized, recently installed SoundCloud, and SoundCloud is available on here. A lot of great artists on SoundCloud, a lot of great remixes and good access to music. And you can do all sorts of things via voice. That's the key feature with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Everything's controllable via voice. You can ask it to play a particular song. For instance, you could say, play Adele on Spotify. You can ask it to navigate places, so you don't have to type maps in the old-fashioned way. You can simply ask to navigate home or ask to navigate to work, and you get it all on a big, beautiful 9-inch interface with full integration. And you'll see those advanced features I was mentioning before. The extra data interface comes up on screen, so things like door open and ajar and closure are all up on the screen, and some of your reverse safety information will come up as well. So this vehicle has the factory rear parking sensors added, and that parking sensor information will come up on screen. All part of the digital interface included as per standard. So well done, congratulations, you now have 9-inch Apple CarPlay Android Auto with all the latest tricks and features. Enjoy, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we want to see you here again real soon.